Something happened weeks ago, maybe months. A conversation that went wrong, a decision you regret, something you said or didn't say at exactly the wrong moment. And your brain will not let it go. It replays it at random moments, in the shower, right before you fall asleep, in the middle of a completely unrelated conversation. Sometimes it replays the exact version of what happened. Sometimes it replays the version where you said the right thing instead. And no matter how many times you tell yourself to move on, the loop starts again. This isn't a personal flaw, and it isn't a sign that something is wrong with you. Your brain is doing this on purpose, and understanding exactly why it happens is the first step to having any real control over it. Reason 1. Your brain treats unresolved situations as open files. Completed experiences get processed, stored, and closed, but experiences that feel unresolved, mistakes that were never corrected, moments that ended badly, things that were never properly addressed, those stay open. Your brain keeps returning to them not to torture you, but because it's genuinely trying to find a resolution that hasn't arrived yet. And every time it can't find one, it loops back to the beginning and tries again. This is called the Zeigarnik effect, and it's one of the most powerful and least understood forces in human psychology. Your mind holds on to incomplete things with far more intensity than completed ones, because completion signals safety and incompletion signals that something still needs attention. Reason 2. Your brain is running a protection program. When you replay a mistake, your brain isn't just reviewing what happened, it's trying to extract lessons that will prevent the same thing from happening again. This is an ancient survival mechanism. The problem is that it doesn't know when to stop. It keeps replaying even after you've already learned the lesson. Even after the situation is completely over. Even after there's nothing left to extract. Because it was built for a world where forgetting a mistake could kill you, not for a world where you said the wrong thing in a meeting and need to move on by Monday. Reason 3. Negativity bias. Your brain is not neutral. It was designed to weight negative experiences significantly more heavily than positive ones. One painful memory takes up far more mental space than 10 good ones. One mistake echoes far longer than 10 things you got right. This isn't unfair design. It kept your ancestors alive by making sure threats were taken seriously and remembered clearly. But it means your brain will automatically and aggressively return to moments where things went wrong while quietly glossing over everything that went right. Reason 4. You haven't fully forgiven yourself. A lot of the time, the reason you can't stop replaying a mistake is because some part of you still hasn't fully forgiven yourself for it. Not because you're a bad person, but because you hold yourself to a standard that doesn't allow much room for being human. Every time the memory surfaces, there's a quiet emotional charge underneath it. Shame, embarrassment, regret. The sense that you should have known better, and your brain keeps returning to it because that emotional charge hasn't been fully processed. It's not looking for a better outcome anymore. It's waiting for you to finally look at the memory without flinching, to acknowledge it, accept it, and decide that it doesn't define you. And until that happens, the loop stays open. Here's the most important thing to understand about all of this. Your brain replays your mistakes because it cares about you surviving, improving, and staying safe. It's not your enemy. It's just using a very old system to deal with a very modern problem. And the way to quiet it isn't to force yourself to stop thinking about it. It's to actually give the memory what it's been waiting for: acknowledgement, understanding, and the decision that the file can finally be closed. So ask yourself this: is the mistake you keep replaying actually still relevant? Or has your brain just never been told that it's allowed to let it go?